The following is a presentation of KNOX Sports.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. We welcome you to Cushman Field here in Grand Forks, North Dakota for our coverage of Grand Forks Central Knights and Grand Forks Red River Roughriders girls soccer tonight on the Roughriders Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. Ryan Cunningham with you here this evening as we get ready for what should be a very, very good matchup between a couple of teams that are expected to do big things as far as the Eastern Dakota Conference and soccer is concerned. Central, Red River, both hoping to be a part of the state tournament mix by the time that this season comes to a conclusion. We're in the early going of it at this point, and neither team can afford to let off the gas. Grand Forks Red River at 7 points in the league. Central at 4 points in the league with a win, loss, and draw. Red River 2 wins, a loss, and a draw at this point, and both are in the top 4. You've got to finish in the top 4 in order to make your way into the state tournament. Fargo-Shanley has set the pace, something that we'll talk about a little bit later. And tonight, of course, it's sort of the Cushman Classic, if you will, of girls soccer. It's always good to be here for football, but there's a lot of Central and Red River matchups that make their way onto this field throughout the course of the year. The boys soccer game happens in the fall. The girls soccer game happens in the spring. It's a busy time all the way through the complex. Hardly a parking spot to find tonight. In fact, there's a couple of people that found their own parking spots and were told that those vehicles had to move or else somebody was going to move them for those individuals. Hopefully they got those cars out of the way. But with baseball and softball both going on today, softball for Red River took on Horace and baseball for Red River took on or rather, we reversed that. It was softball that took on Fargo North and baseball that takes on West Fargo Horace. Those are earlier games. Now tonight, the varsity matchup for girls soccer between Central and Red River. So it should be a fun one tonight. It's Central's home game between these two, and we're looking forward to bringing you the coverage here on KNOX Live Sports. Ryan Cunningham will be joined by Joey Springer for our camera work this evening as our teams get their warm-ups in and we get ready to start this one here tonight in Eastern Dakota Conference Soccer. We thank you for joining us this evening here on KNOX Live Sports, courtesy of our premier sports partners. They include Grand Trailer Sales and Roughriders Turf and Forage. Grand Trailer Sales, your home for all things trailer in East Grand Forks. You'll find them on Highway 2 on the east end of town. Any make and model of trailer that you're looking for, whether it's for business or fun, they have you covered at Grand Trailer Sales. And if you have one that's a little beat up, or even like mine that's a lot beat up and it's time for some TLC to get it ready for another fun season, you can take that trailer to Grand Trailer Sales. They have all the parts and accessories to make that trailer look and work like it's supposed to. Stop and see them on the east edge of East Grand Forks on Highway 2. And our coverage tonight brought to you by Roughriders Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks. You can find them at roughriders.com. Roughriders Turf and Forage is ready for you to get those spring and summer turf and forage projects moving. Remember, when you do business with Roughriders, you're doing business with science and you're doing business with a local dealer that mixes all of their seed varieties at their mixing plant right here in Grand Forks. Whatever it is you're looking for when it comes to turf and forage, they can help you. And the science they keep on their side is what their reputation is built on. When it's time for government projects, they come calling Roughriders. You should too. It's better than buying with the big box stores. Stop and see them or find them online at Roughriders.com. You've reached us on our pregame report this evening. Our pregame report brought to you tonight by Area Community Credit Union, where your memberships matter, and Irie Insurance. You're protected and appreciated at Irie. When we come back, we'll take a look at Drive for the Title. Our starting lineup's just around the corner. Should have a fun night of soccer tonight here at Cushman Field. It's the Roughriders and the Knights in Eastern Dakota Conference Soccer right here in the Roughriders Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
See the full line of Kubota at Acme Equipment Grand Forks.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop in to Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
Hi, this is Jen from Absolute Refrigeration, your local commercial refrigeration experts. Our team provides excellent and dependable service to keep your business up and running all year long. Call us at 787-1200. Absolute Refrigeration. We're here when staying cool absolutely matters.
ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Blue Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Welcome back to our coverage of Central and Red River soccer tonight on the Roughriders Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports here this evening from Cushman Field, the annual matchup between Central and Red River, and it should be a very good one tonight. We're happy to bring it to you, courtesy of Grand Trailer Sales and Roughriders Turf and Forage this evening. Joey Springer will be on our camera work tonight. I'm Ryan Cunningham with you in the booth this evening, and our pregame report this evening is brought to you by Area Community Credit Union and Irie Insurance. Area Community Credit Union, that's where benefits come with membership, and your membership does have benefits at Area Community Credit Union. Stop and see them for financing on things that you'd love to get your hands on for the upcoming summer season to make it just a bit more fun. If you've been eyeing that new boat or RV, they can help you at Area Community Credit Union. And beyond that, when it comes down to your everyday financial institution type needs, whether it's checking savings or even that forever purchase like buying that new home, they have you covered at Area Community Credit Union. Stop and see them, 2800 South Washington in Grand Forks. And we bring you our pregame report tonight brought to you by Irie Insurance. You're protected and appreciated with Irie. Irie Insurance started servicing their hometown customers in Hope, North Dakota, and they've branched out now to be a force in insurance everywhere in the eastern part of the state. They do far more than just agricultural coverage, although they still offer some of the best in that. But beyond agricultural coverage, whether it's home, auto, life, health, or business, you can find what you're looking for with Irie. Stop and see them at IHRYINS, that's IRIEINS.com, or find an agent, whether it's online or in person. You're protected and appreciated with Irie. Let's start our night with our drive for the title, and it's brought to you this evening by Toys for Trucks. They are your car, truck, and Jeep accessory supercenter in Grand Forks, 6105 Gateway Drive in Grand Forks. Toys for Trucks is where you need to go if it's time to get an outfit going for the upcoming summer driving season. Custom wheels and rims, a whole showroom full of those, and performance tires. They have all the major lines that are there, so your car will look and feel like it's supposed to in this upcoming summer driving season at Toys for Trucks. You can see that Fargo Shanley has set the pace as far as the standings are concerned in drive for the title. They've got 4 wins and 4 tries this season as far as the conference is concerned. They haven't been taken taken to a draw, and they obviously haven't lost. All 12 points that they've played for, they've been able to get so far this year. Grand Forks Red River, 2 wins, a loss, and a draw. That draw gets them an extra point. They have 7 on the season. Fargo Davies with 9, and so right now, this is the way they set up the standings, by the way, online. I didn't organize them this way. This is the way they have them entered in the Eastern Dakota Conference website. Now, for me, I'd have Fargo Davies in second place, but this is how they've put them there, so I just simply copied what it is that they did to put this together for you tonight. I would say Davies is in second place. Red River is currently in third place with those 2 wins, a loss, and a draw. And Grand Forks Central with 4 points, a win and a draw to get them 4 points in the conference. They would be in the number 4 spot. Cheyenne's the only other team with a conference win at this point. They have 3 points. And then North, South, West Fargo, all without a win in the conference. North and South each have a draw to get on the board as far as conference points. And it's a full night tonight in the Eastern Dakota Conference for soccer. And it's a lot of crosstown matchups going on this evening. Cheyenne and West Fargo, North and South, Davies and Shanley playing on the south side of Fargo. And tonight here in Grand Forks, obviously the crosstown matchup as well between Grand Forks Central and Grand Forks Red River. And that is our drive for the title, presented tonight by Toys for Trucks. We continue with our pregame report, brought to you by Irie Insurance and Area Community Credit Union. We'll introduce you to our starting lineups coming up. We'll talk about what's happening tomorrow as well as we get ready for some more sports coverage coming up tomorrow afternoon, just across the street here as we get ready to go back to Montgomery Field. But tonight, it's soccer, Central, Red River. This is our coverage of high school soccer on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335. Tufty Marine in Northwood is your Lund Boat headquarters. Looking to buy, sell, or trade? Tufty Marine will get you into the Lund Boat you've always wanted. And they have the parts and accessories you need as well. To check out their inventory, go to tuftymarine.com. Tufty Marine, your Lund dealer in Northwood, always willing to make a deal.
Presenting Hugo's Theater. Do you find me appealing?
Fresh.
Only the freshest produce at Hugo's.
When you're looking for a change of pace, a change of routine, or a change of scenery, we'll help you find what's next. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Hey, this is Pastor Paul. I'd like to welcome you to Hope Church, especially if you're a person that doesn't have a place where you hang out spiritually. We would love for you to come and experience hope and find God. Hope Church, 9, 10:30, and 6 p.m. on Sundays. For more information, you can check out gfhope.org.
If you haven't had good pizza, I mean really good pizza from Pizza, you should. Pete's Menu offers personal, family, or specialty for free delivery or pickup Tuesday through Saturday, along with daily specials, all at delicious prices. If you haven't been to pizzamenu.com, you should.
For over 30 years, the Golf Center has been your club fitting leader, helping all golfers play their best. Our experienced club fitters use the latest technology, and we're proud to again be one of Golf Digest's top club fitters in America. Get fit at the Golf Center.
Have you done your maintenance? You should. Call Thermal Air and let us check your furnace or your boiler for professional evaluation of your equipment's performance without high-pressure tactics. Call Thermal Air at 701-740-8161.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Phil Thompson and Associates are on the job providing crop insurance, tax, and related service for farmers, businesses, individuals, and families since 1989. Phil Thompson and Associates, Warren and East Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
in a world hungry for growth and possibilities.
There is a name that stands above the rest.
Proceed, a trusted name in agricultural excellence.
For generations, we've been providing farmers with the seeds that ignite their success. From seeds to success stories, Proceed is there every step of the way. Contact your local Proceed rep today.
Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net.
Welcome you back to our coverage of high school soccer tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports, as we continue our pregame report this evening. Pregame report is brought to you this evening by Area Community Credit Union and Irie Insurance. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's matchup, and our starters this evening are brought to you by Franson Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. You can find them online at fransonbank.com. For Grand Forks Red River, the goalkeeper is Eden Parkinson. The defensive players will be Addison Fargo and Reagan Taylor. The midfielders will be Maddie DeLong, Reagan Hodney, Morgan Hartsey, and Addison Cutterba. And the forwards will be Reese Rems, Maggie Barker, Taylor Hodney, and Peyton Bergeron. The head coach for Grand Forks Red River is Jason Height. For Grand Forks Central tonight, the starting goalkeeper is Haley Anderson Tibiatowski. Starting defensive players will be Kelsey McLaughlin, May Dickelman, Madison McLaughlin, and Emily Common. The starting midfielders will be Abrielle Kramer, Lauren Reardon, Claire Heineck, and Lauren Mallett. And starting tonight at forward for Grand Forks Central will be Rowan Olmstead, Kelsey McLaughlin, and Addison Lamb. And again, the starting lineups do not have to be uniform in high school soccer, which is something that might be a little bit different for many of you. But starting lineups do not have to be uniform for the simple fact that some teams like to play with a lot of additional forwards. Some teams like to play with a little bit more defensemen. You know, in hockey, when you get to that sort of situation, everybody's going to play with 3 forwards, 2 defensemen, and a goaltender until it gets late in the game, obviously, and you have to make some decisions about whether or not you're going to have a goaltender. But here in this situation that we have for you tonight, when you're dealing with soccer, you can choose to go more forward-oriented or you can choose to go more defense person-oriented. And it looks like tonight what we're going to see is that Grand Forks Central is going to be a little bit more on the defensive side of things, and we're going to see the Grand Forks Red River Roughriders end up going a little bit more towards the forward side of things, or trying to be a little bit more aggressive tonight. So that will be a look at what we have going on as far as our upcoming night tonight and what the two teams will look like going forward. We're going to pause for our national anthem. We will come back and get this one kicked off tonight here at Grand Forks Red River and Grand Forks Central. Our coverage continues next.
What do you need or want right now? Area Community Credit Union can help you get whatever it is you want. Vehicle, furniture, a home loan, or maybe you need help with a wedding. Contact the professionals at Area Community Credit for solutions. Federally insured by NCUA.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
S&T Quick Stop in Thompson is the stop you need at the end of your day. From the groceries you may have left behind to the products you need to keep running, S&T Quick Stop is your best stop. Find us on the west edge of Thompson.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Man of Steel.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school soccer tonight on the Roughriders Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports. Ryan Cunningham with you here this evening from Cushman Field, where we're ready for kickoff tonight in the battle between Grand Forks Central and Grand Forks Red River. The Roughriders and the Knights both looking for spots in the state tournament at the end of the season, and so every point that's on the line is certainly a point that matters throughout the course of the year, and tonight they'll be playing for 3. The winner does get 3 points, and if you get a draw, you end up with 1 point for that draw, and we are underway with soccer this evening. Let's see if we can remember how to start our clock here. There we go. Looks like we've got that started. And again, the clock isn't going to stop. 40 minutes of continuous play that will take us into the night that we'll have for you this evening. And so we'll just be watching this one play out as we go in that direction. But Grand Forks Central clad out there in the maroon uniforms, and Grand Forks Red River in the white uniforms to get this one started. One of the things that you'll notice tonight is, again, we're expecting a little bit more of that forward power from Grand Forks Red River as the night goes on. Just they list a few more players in that direction as Eden Parkinson will play one back out towards the midfield. And the midfielders' positions in soccer are usually some of the more difficult ones to play. A lot of tracking back and forth that goes from one side of the field to the other, but they are the players that are in charge of getting the ball up into striking distance for those that are out front for Central and Red River. Cutterbutt with a play for Red River, and this will be pushed back to the defense by Claire Heineck for Grand Forks Central and along the far boundary where the Knights will come up into the front end. Ball returned back by Central out into the midfield here as they'll make their way back out towards the middle of the field. And again, 3 points for the winner, and if you are able to force a draw, and sometimes there will be no scoring in a game. The junior varsity matchup was won by Red River tonight. Here's a ball that goes up into the upper end for Red River. Reese Rems along the left boundary, trying to make her way back towards the midfield, and it will trickle out of bounds. This will be a play-in for Grand Forks Red River, and it will be Peyton Bergeron that starts it. And now Reagan Hodney will throw it in. Be broken up as soon as it comes in with a good defensive work over on the far edge by Addison Lamb, one of the 3 forwards that's listed as a forward spot tonight for Central. And Lamb will handle one that will go out onto the track, and this will stay with Red River up in what you would say is the offensive end for the Riders. Another throw in by Hodney. She sent it out towards the top end of the box. Good crossing play here for Morgan Hartsey, who was on the recipient end of that. Hartsey unable to get it free. They'll send it back to a midfielder. This was DeLong that tried to send this through traffic, and Haley Anderson Tibiatowski, the goaltender for Central, will come up with a play and drop kick that out. Riders able to keep it up front. Addison Cutterbutt takes a little bit of a hit from Lauren Reardon. Reardon was able to spin it back for Central out towards the midfield, and this will be sent across. Good play there on a pass up front, looking for Lauren Mallett for Central. Mallett trying to get free in the midfielder's end, ends up losing control of it, and now DeLong will bring it back for Red River. She goes looking for Rems along that far boundary. Addison Lamb back defensively will send that one into the Red River bench across the way. And the Riders will have another throw in. It's be sent back, and Lamb again there to take it away. She's been a very good defensive player so far for Grand Forks Central on these throw-ins by Red River. Maggie Barker trying to get loose along the boundary. Barker getting up towards the corner. Tried a little crossing play, defended well. May Dickelman was there for Central. Sent it back towards the far boundary, and this one will end up out of play And we'll see another play-in coming up for Red River. Just over 3 minutes gone here in the opening half of play. Ball left side with Peyton Bergeron. Bergeron will send it back towards the middle for Red River. Comes back to DeLong out in the middle of the field. That broken up. Claire Heineck was able to break it up. She's got a run going forward. Good ball handling here by Heineck in the middle of the field. Great pass. And Lauren Mallett was there looking to get open for that. She got outrun by the defense, but Central going to change little field position, if you will, here. Good run that time by Heineck, controlling the middle of the field. And that was able to put Red River back in a defensive posture. They have to play the ball out beyond the near side boundary. Throw in for Central. Ball along the near boundary again for the Knights. Heineck playing it back towards Lauren Reardon in the center of the field. Reardon has that broken up by Reese Rems, coming towards the middle now with her team a bit more defensive. So work back behind her. Another play again by Maddie DeLong, looking for Rems on a run up front. And May Dickelman will get back to break that up. Now getting loose on the right side is Rems. A stop, looking to try to shift feet back to the left. In the long run has it broken up, but good play coming back by Addison Cutterba. She'll send it towards the near side, and we'll see a violation coming up that will give Central the opportunity to take some possession. No score in the early going. Not much of a scoring opportunity early. Red River had an opportunity to get deep into the far corner to get this one started, and then Central coming back with a good run in the middle of the field by Claire Heineck to try to set something up, but so far, nothing doing on either side here. And the Knights will kick this one away. Comes free to midfield. Run coming over to it for Lauren Mallett of Central. It'll be broken up. Back defensively, May Dickelman sent it back towards the near edge. Riders there with Morgan Hartsey getting control of that. Coming back to Barker in the middle of the field now for Red River. She played it up front. Dickelman was there to break it up for Central. And the ball back again to midfield where Abriel Kramer will take control for the Knights and sent the ball to the far boundary. This will end up trickling beyond the boundary. And Reagan Hodney will throw one in. She tried to find Rems on the streak up front. Dickelman will take that apart almost immediately. Hodney another throw in. And this one will take a hop over Dickelman and roll back in towards the far corner. We'll see how the Riders handle this. It's retrieved on the far side by Peyton Bergeron trying to make a play around a defender. This is going to end up beyond the goal line, and so Central will give up a corner to Grand Forks Red River here at the 5.5-minute mark. And we'll see Bergeron teeing up the ball, if you will. So Bergeron has the opportunity for a corner. Red River's formation will take them out in front of the box. They'll make a run towards the net, and they were looking for a hole there, and the Knights will break that up and promptly send it out of bounds. Lauren Reardon was part of the defensive unit there, along with pretty active May Dickelman back defensively as well, and the Riders have another throw-in. Rems looking to get through, got one through. Diving stop is made by Haley Anderson Tibiatowski. Very nice play by Tibiatowski to keep that one from going in. And Central will send it back out towards the middle. First good opportunity for someone to take a shot at the net tonight as the ball ends up beyond the near boundary. See if we can take a look at that again on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, and you'll see this end up sneaking through. There's the ball with a tough angle towards that far post, and Tibiatowski able to lay out and come up with a little bit of control of that before it got to be any further of a problem. And at the 33-minute mark, we're going to see another ball beyond the goal line, and it looks like Grand Forks Red River will have themselves another corner. Or will they? Let's see here. They are setting up for a corner kick for Grand Forks Red River. Maggie Barker coming over towards the near corner for the Riders. Again, they'll set up out in front of the box, and now it looks like Barker will be coming back into the formation here as Maddie DeLong will make the play. This came back to Barker, and Barker immediately put it into some traffic. Rems was able to get a bump on the ball. It comes out to Rowan Olmstead for Grand Forks Central. Olmstead trying to turn it up the field, but some pretty good dribbling by Reagan Hodney getting free, and her shot ends up going wide of the net, and Grand Forks Central is going to end up getting it back. So the Knights will look to take some control of the ball again here. Nearly 10 minutes gone by in the opening half of play. And we'll see if actually it was touched up by Central last. It looks like that's the call. So rather than the Knights getting an opportunity to throw it out of the goal box, we will see instead an opportunity for Red River for another corner. So the Riders make another corner. That's their third. Reardon's going to head that back towards the far corner from where it came. It was DeLong that sent it in. She tries to keep it along the goal line. Instead, it's turned over. Kramer with a chance to turn and fire. This will go loose. Maggie Barker tried to get to it. Reardon will play it off the head out to Rems in the middle of the field. Rems coming back right side, able to find Addison Cutterba. Cutterba turning, trying to run down a loose ball before it gets to the boundary. She cannot, and this will be Central's to throw in. Throw in comes to the near side, broken up, and Taylor Hodney will take control for Red River. Riders have had a lot of time and space up on their offensive side of the field so far tonight. Something perhaps we expected. Reagan Taylor back in the midfield defensively for the Riders, sending a ball over towards the far edge. Kramer tried to send it out for Central. Held by Rems for Red River. And Rems will start jogging down the far sideline looking for a passing angle. This comes towards the net, and Anderson Tibiatowski in the purple shirt will pick this one up, and we'll send this back out for Central. Tibiatowski, one big save so far tonight. And the ball will head up over on the far side where Rowan Olmsted tries to make a play for Central. It's been tough to get through this Red River front eight, if you will. Their forwards and their midfielders have been very good at controlling the space and the time here as Maggie Barker looking to make a spin move. Kicks this right down the middle, and Tibiatowski has to make a long run to get out to that just before streaking Cutterba and Hartsey were both there for Grand Forks Red River, and Anderson Tibiatowski spins it out near edge. She's able to find McLaughlin, one of the forwards for Central. First opportunity to handle it. Aubrielle Kramer in the middle of the field, turning, sending it back into her backcourt, if you will. May Dickelman will send it back towards the far boundary. It's be broken up again. Peyton Bergeron was able to take control for Red River, and they patiently go to work. Rems a good bit of dribbling. She's got a chance. It got knocked down from behind. And we'll see what the call's going to be here, but they're going to issue a card on this, and Red River will see if they get a penalty kick. Take a look at that in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, and you're going to see the contact that comes up here as that got free. The little bump comes up right at the end. There it was, but it was enough to warrant a situation where a card comes out, and Grand Forks Red River may be setting up for a penalty kick. Looks like that's going to be the case with the clock just under 30 minutes to go, and Grand Forks Red River will have an opportunity. They're denoting some time here, and the penalty kick is going to be taken by Reese Rems for Grand Forks Red River. So Rems will have an opportunity to put the Roughriders on the board for the first time tonight, trying to take the first lead, and it will happen on a penalty kick on some contact from behind from a Central defender. Haley Anderson Tibiatowski is back along the goal line. And Rems will make the penalty kick for Grand Forks Red River, trying to put the Riders up. Waiting for her opportunity to take it. And the clock has stopped here. I didn't see that take place. They did bring the clock to a stop, so we'll wait to get ours restarted as well. There's officially 29:20 left, but big penalty kick coming up here for Grand Forks Red River. And they may actually be resetting the clock as we speak. We can hear some things going into the clock over there, and that seems to be what we're waiting for as far as getting the penalty kick going. Well, they've got it running again now, it would appear. Looks like they've got it reset to 30 and 30. I think they said they wanted it 30 and a second is what they're trying to set it for. They've got it down to 20 now. It looks like they're having some issues trying to get the clock reset here. There, they've got it. All right, so the clock has been reset. We're going to have to wait to start ours so we can sync it up. But in the meantime, penalty kick for Reese Rems for Red River. Rems a chance to score, approaches it. She's going to push this one to the right, and she scores. And Grand Forks Red River will take a 1-0 lead in the matchup. So the Riders take advantage of the penalty coming out, and they will get an opportunity as Reese Rems will score. It'll officially be in the 10th minute of the game on the penalty kick. Let's take a look at the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. You'll see Rems coming right and pushing the ball that way. And just a nice gentle kick, and she's able to find the back of the net, and Grand Forks Red River takes a 1-0 lead. So Rems will score the opening goal of the night for Grand Forks Red River, and it will be in the 10th minute of the game. And Grand Forks Red River takes a 1-0 lead in the matchup. Central will kick the ball away. A streak for Kelsey McLaughlin along the near sideline, and that ends up rolling beyond the boundary. And so we'll see Grand Forks Red River with an opportunity to send the ball in. But the Riders with lots of momentum here in the early going. They've controlled a lot of space up front. Opportunities for Central have been fleeting. One good one down the middle of the field so far. Otherwise, the Riders have had good control of it. This ends up beyond the boundary. And another throw in. Taylor Hodney will send it up the near field. Morgan Hartsey was looking for an opportunity along the boundary. She's outrun to the spot by Emily Cummin, who ends up sending it along the near boundary way down by the goal line. This will end up beyond the boundary, and we'll see if Red River decides to modify this into something that resembles a corner from that spot in the field. Take a look. It's going to be a simple throw in. It was sent towards the middle, but back a little bit, and it goes loose. And we're going to see McLaughlin coming away with this for Central. A good pass up the field. She was able to connect with Lauren Mallett, and Mallett with a great pass. Able to break this one out to Rowan Olmstead. Olmstead trying to make her way up the field, and this gets taken away last moment. Reagan Taylor got back defensively to send that towards the far boundary. Another one of those opportunities for Central that was there but doesn't quite get finished off, and now they come away with a long pass towards the right side of the field as Morgan Hartsey tries to sprint. Little 2-on-2 game near side, and this will end up going beyond the corner, and we'll see this coming back into the hands of Grand Forks Central. Take a look at that once again in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. And what a great pass you're going to see break through here. Good read right out in the middle of the field. There it was between a pair of defensive players, and the opportunity was there momentarily for Rowan Olmstead. Just could not get away at the very end of some good pressure coming back to her from Grand Forks Red River to kind of gum up the track on that. But the Knights have had a couple of plays there throughout the course of the night. May Dickelman is back here for Central as their kick ends up getting away towards the far boundary. A stop along the far side by Peyton Bergeron for Red River. Plays it back to the middle. Barker, good shot, but that will go wide of the net. Reese Rems at 10 minutes on the penalty kick. And that is the scoring that we have for you tonight. Our timeouts, which we don't have in soccer, but these opportunities are brought to you this evening on KNOX by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks, and by S&T Quick Stop, that quick stop on the way home to Grand Forks in Thompson along Highway 15 on the west edge of town. Claire Heineck getting free for Central. Olmstead looking up the field. Some contact from behind, and I don't believe they've asked for a stoppage yet. The Central crowd would like to see a penalty on that after Red River was given an opportunity to score on a penalty kick a bit earlier. Ball's on the far side of the field. And the Riders may have made a personnel change over there. Loose ball, makes some contact with Addison Cutterba. Cutterba towards the right side, finding Hartsey with a good crossing play. Hartsey ends up having that one deflected. There was an opportunity there for Central, or rather for Red River, and they stay with it. This ball stays on the right side, played back towards the middle by Addison Cutterba. This will end up being knocked away and will roll out of bounds off of Central. And Red River will go back to get it with Reagan Hodney having to chase the ball all the way out into the jumpers area of the track. 26.5 minutes left here in this opening half of play. Riders scoring on a penalty kick to take the 1-0 lead on our Eastern Dakota Conference matchup tonight. Riders coming in with 7 points in the league, chasing Shanley, who's unbeaten in the conference with 12. Central with 4 points in the league, and every point's crucial for a pair of teams that both have aspirations of making their way into postseason play. Again, there is no Eastern Dakota Conference tournament. You have to qualify for the state tournament, and the way you qualify for the state tournament is to finish in the top 4. This is kind of like the football situation during that season where you've got to have some regular season success to make your way into the postseason instead of being a tournament type of team. Couple of changes in personnel for Grand Forks Central. The Knights have sent in Jocelyn Field, an 8th grader, as a forward. And Field right now is on the far side of the field. Aubrielle Kramer trying to find her with the ball. And Field will send this back to mid. Be run up the field off the far side by Claire Heineck, who's been a very good midfielder tonight for Central. And Red River will end up forcing a ball out of bounds. Believe we saw a change in personnel for Red River as well. I believe Ayla F. Hauser, a junior, has come into the matchup in a forward or midfielder's position as well for Grand Forks Red River. So a couple of changes there. Jocelyn Field trying to run one down against Lauren Mallet. Correction, not Mallet, but a new player out there for Red River perhaps as well. London Flanagan, a midfielder, may have checked in also for Red River. So we're seeing some changes, some substitutions there. A pass towards the near side of the field that's broken up by Central. Good play to get back for the Knights. Emily Cummin broke that up for Central as one of their starting defensive players. Maddie DeLong for Red River looking for a gap along the far boundary. Jocelyn Field for Central looking to control the ball. Comes back to mid. Aubrielle Kramer looking to pass one up front. Got a good pass on it, but it was deflected. And it comes down with Addison Fargo of Grand Forks Red River, who's one of their just pair of defense players that will start in the matchup. Comes back to the middle. DeLong has one broken up. This will be knocked out of bounds beyond the boundary by Claire Heineck. And Red River goes for a throw-in that kind of gets away from everybody. An ill-timed throw-in situation along the far boundary. And the Knights get back with Emily Cummin taking control of the play. Reardon looking up the field, and she was able to make a solid pass up the field. Looking for separation was J.C. Reardon, who got free of everybody. We're going to see a stoppage here as Reardon was trying to come up the field. And play is going to come back with Red River in control of the ball. 1-0 on a penalty kick by Reese Rems, the only scoring so far for the Roughriders and in the matchup. Free kick here by Red River sent up. Reagan Taylor from a defensive spot. Maddie DeLong will pick up the loose ball. And this will be sent right back down the far boundary by Central with one of their new defensive players. And I believe that's Annalicia Contreras that stepped into the matchup for Grand Forks Central to send that one back. It ends up beyond the boundary off of Red River. Throw in by Central, and they're just looking for some pressure. Jocelyn Field looking to run one down. Deflected, came back, and a shot will come in, but down to a knee is Eden Parkinson after the shot got away by Claire Heineck. Parkinson right there to make the play. We'll take a look at it again on our American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. You'll see the shot coming up here. Central having a hard time getting through the midfield, so they'll take them from distance, but Parkinson had that one measured up pretty well for Grand Forks Red River. And the Riders continue to lead 1-0 after the flurry for Central. Ball far side of the field. This will be run down by Reagan Hodney for Red River. Hodney trying to turn her way back up the far boundary. Ran into a block with Kramer, but was able to handle it through on the dribble. Sends it up the far sideline. Looking for Ava Ray, who's a senior that stepped in as a forward for the Roughriders. Ray ends up having it lost along the far boundary, and Central's Taylor Field ends up having it knocked out of bounds off of a rider. Field will throw it in. Central send Taylor Field into the matchup now as well, a sophomore defensive player. Ball will come out to center. Another good run here for Claire Heineck. She has had a great night tonight for Central trying to set up their offense. Heineck runs through a handful of defensive players, gets turned around by Maggie Barker and tracks back towards center field. Kramer trying to send it through the defense. Reagan Taylor knocked it down for Red River, and Taylor will send this back up the far side. It'll be May Dickelman that runs it down for the Knights along the far boundary. Dickelman back, ends up trying to make an angled kick and was able to just hug the line. She did not turn that out of bounds. That's a nice play by Dickelman to change a little bit of the field position on that ball. Loose to the far side. Central getting away. This is Ava Walsh trying to work up the field. Made a long play up the field on the far side. And good play by Eden Parkinson to come out near the top of the box and reel that one in, and she'll kick it away for Red River. Ball to center. Lauren Reardon looking to make a play. Sent it up the middle to Claire Heineck. And the ball goes loose again where Reagan Hodney will take it for Red River as the Knights tried to play it through. Comes to the far boundary. Peyton Bergeron for the Roughriders. And a little hand into the back that time of Jocelyn Field that will send Jocelyn down. And the Knights going to have a free kick along the far side. Halfway through the opening half, we play 40 minutes. They did stop the clock earlier for the penalty kick. And we'll see a free kick by Central. Madison McLaughlin sending it up into some traffic. This will be quickly booted out on a return play by Reagan Taylor, just looking for some space. Ends up going across the far boundary, and we're going to see some substitutions for both teams. Get to freely substitute at the high school level. Central's going to return Addison Lamb. She was out there earlier. Reese Rems is going to return for Grand Forks Red River. Rems has the lone goal in the matchup on a penalty kick that came in the 10th minute of this opening half, and that is the lone scoring that we have for you thus far on the penalty kick. Loose ball far side. Red River trying to run it down with Ava Ray along the foul boundary. Good crossing play. Back defensively was Madison McLaughlin for Central. McLaughlin tried to send it out, got to the top of the box, and ends up bounding loose again. Coming over, Claire Heineck, who's been all over the field for Central. She has been a great motor and just continues to run hard. She'll lose it near side. Big collision along the near boundary, and no call as of yet. Heineck is still down on the turf. Ball ends up going beyond the near boundary, and Red River will throw this in. Taylor Hodney set to throw it in for Red River. Hodney looking towards the corner. It's sent down the boundary. Knights come over and try to make a play. It comes back to Hodney, though, for Red River. Now J.C. Reardon controlling some space, sending it back towards the midfield. Back for Red River was Addison Fargo, a defensive player who was way up in that. You can see that the Riders trust their front eight. They're going to put some pressure on, and so their defensive players can play up a little bit, looking for some extra opportunities to handle the ball and try to keep it up in the scoring zone. Ball left side, Reese Rems. Rems trying to get free. Made a pass back towards the middle, trying to find Ava Ray, and the Knights, well, got a piece of it. Will end up beyond the far boundary, and we'll see if it's going to be Central's throw-in. It looks like it will. Central will throw it in, and headed over to do so will be Addison Lamb along the boundary for the Knights. And we'll see the Knights sending Kelsey McLaughlin, an original starter, back in at a forward spot. Throw-in comes over towards the far side. Heineck putting on some pressure again, and we'll see McLaughlin sending it back towards the middle. Riders there defensively. Addison Fargo stepping up in the middle of the field. Jocelyn Field trying to send it down the far edge. Broken up by Reagan Hodney, making a long pass, looking for Ava Ray. We saw Dickelman back for Central. She ends up trying to make an angled kick far edge and sent it beyond the boundary. Red River will throw it in. So the Riders get ready to throw it in, leading by a score of 1-0 on our all-true scoreboard, the only scoring so far on a penalty kick tonight that came at the 10-minute mark by Reese Rems. And Rems is over with the ball along the goal line right now. Crossing opportunity, play out in front, and it's a score for Grand Forks Red River. Crossing opportunity set up by Rems. Probably give her an assist on this, as Rems was controlling the ball on the far side of the field, and there were just a couple of additional players there for Grand Forks Red River to take control of it. And we'll see who's going to get credit for the goal here. It will come in the 22nd minute of the first half. So Reese Rems came up with a crossing pass to try to send that one through. And again, they're going to assign the goal to Taryn Swanson, who is a senior. So Swanson will pick it up. I think it was anybody's guess as to who scored it. What we need in this situation is the officials to come over to the window and kind of holler through who scored and who'd assist. I would say give an assist to Rems on that. Rems has had something to do with both goals tonight. But it's 2-0 in favor of the Riders. We'll take a look at the play again on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. You're just going to see a little crossing pass here from Rems to set that up. And the ball ends up being banged home right there for Grand Forks Red River. Joey got a zoom in on it, but we just couldn't see it at the very end. We ran out of time on our replay to get a look at who that was. Ball kicked away by J.C. Reardon for Grand Forks Central. This comes back out towards the defensive side for Red River and Addison Fargo. We'll come back. We'll see if we can't see it again here. Try to zoom in a little bit faster. We got to get Joey to zoom in on those things a little bit quicker. No, we're not going to be able to see it that way. We tried a couple of different angles, just not a chance to see it. But right now, Taryn Swanson has credit for the goal. So the Riders are up by a 2-0 score here in this first half of play. And Ava Ray will send one back towards the middle of the field. The Knights back defensively. May Dickelman controlling the middle for Central. Ball right side for Abrielle Kramer. Kramer trying to turn it back towards the right, finding Kelsey McLaughlin, but that one's booted off her foot by Reagan Hodney. And it goes loose back to center. Lauren Reardon coming over to take some control of the play. and Reardon ends up scooting one out of bounds in front of the Central bench. So a 2-0 lead for Red River over Central. See a substitution as Madeline DeLong will come back in for the Roughriders. And it's sent out towards midfield on a throw-in. Good play here by Addison Lamb to get free for Central. She was able to find some empty room on the far boundary. Knights trying to run Ava Walsh into that play, but she'll come up a little short as Eden Parkinson comes out and makes the play. Parkinson hasn't had a tremendous amount of things to do so far tonight. Factored in on one big play when the Knights got a pass free, and she was able to run out to the top of the box and grab a ball before it caused any serious problems for anybody. And now play up the far side from Central that gets broken up and booted right back beyond the boundary by Reagan Taylor. So this will stay Central with a throw in. It'll be thrown in towards Red River's Reagan Hodney. This ends up being knocked out of bounds by the Knights this time. Hodney wants to pick up the pace. She found Reese Rems, but Rems couldn't control it on the throw in. And Rems will send it out of bounds, and that's going to push the ball back to Central for a throw in along the far boundary. The Knights a little slow coming over to get a play put together. They might have been making a substitution. It looks like they were. Central's going to send Taylor Field onto the field now as well. Ball goes loose on the far side. Big kick for Reagan Taylor up into the air along the far boundary. And Dickelman trying to equal the challenge. Ends up sending that one just wide of the boundary. Red River picks it up, goes right into a throw-in. Boy, there's no break at all for Red River trying to get the pace of play moving in the right direction. Alexis Geffrey coming up with control. This is sent up to McLaughlin, and McLaughlin tried to make a little cross of it, looking for Rowan Olmstead, but they're going to rule that the ball was just beyond the boundary on the far side before McLaughlin got to it. It looks as though Red River touched it up last, however. And so Central will keep the benefit of the throw-in. They just will not have the run they were looking for with Rowan Olmstead, but they had a little momentum going in the right direction. Ball right side, McLaughlin trying a crosser, ends up sending it beyond the goal line, and so this will come back to the Roughriders. So the Roughriders will have a free kick in the box, so we'll see Reagan Taylor back to do it. She and Addison Fargo play the defensive positions for the Roughriders. Good kick here by Taylor, comes out towards the midfield. Controlled there by Addison Lamb for Central. They squeak a pass away to Jocelyn Field. Correction, that pass came over to the right. Yeah, it was Jocelyn Field at the end. Taylor Field is also out there. And the ball goes loose off of a foot of Addison Lamb on the boundary. And Red River is going to have a throw-in as this one approaches 12 and a half minutes. Actually approaching the 13-minute mark to go here in the matchup. Ball along the right side. This will float back into the box. And Haley Anderson Tibiatowski, the goaltender, should say goalkeeper for Grand Forks Central, comes over to pick this one up. Tibiatowski's kick, angled to the far side, takes a hop, and rolls into the Red River bench. For those of you watching here tonight on KNOX Live Sports, you'll see that our clock is stopped. We're just taking the opportunity to sync that up with our game clock here. We'll get it started again in about 15 seconds. Rems on the far side of the field. Another good cross, and here's another opportunity out in front of the net. Oh, what a big save by Tibiatowski to come up with a play for Grand Forks Central and keep that from causing further harm. That's a big play by Tibiatowski. Let's take a look at that again of the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. You'll see Rems coming up with a crosser again that put this out with a lot of danger. Red River with a player there, and Tibiatowski, good dive to get on top of that ball. Nice play for Central to keep that one away from a scoring strike. And the Knights keep the deficit at 2-0 in favor of Red River. Riders will make some substitutions as we approach the 12 minutes to go mark and counting here in the first half. Baseball coming up tomorrow. We'll be back over at Montgomery Field, Diamond 4 over the Oxford Sports Complex. And guess what? Central Red River matchup inside the league coming up tomorrow, EDC matchup. But it's another Central Red River matchup. We'll have it for you tomorrow. It's a 4:30 start time, and we're going to see that getting going with pregame right around 4 o'clock. That'll be on KNOX Radio and also on KNOX Live Sports, so join us for that coming up tomorrow. In the afternoon, Madison McLaughlin will kick it away. Up in the air. It's be handled off the chest by Reagan Taylor. Taylor trying to split some players up the middle of the field. Sent it back up. Taryn Swanson with a chance. Now, again, it's Reagan Taylor back to it. And the Knights getting some opportunity to press. Jocelyn Field on the right side. with a good run up the far boundary, trying to get to a loose ball on the far edge. Knights will turn it back to Maggie Barker. The Riders will turn it back to Maggie Barker in the middle of the field. A stop and a look. Little crosser again coming towards Maggie Barker. This comes back loose to the middle. Maddie DeLong is there. Now back to a stop for Taylor Hodney. Some good dribbling to get around Rowan Olmsted, and Hodney making a pass towards the far side of the field. It's be turned away. Kelsey McLaughlin trying to get a run. Addison Lamb as well. It's Lamb that controls it on the dribble right side, sending this one up into some space. She had a bit of a run out in front of her, looking for Lauren Mallett for Central, but ball ends up rolling on the far boundary off of a Rider defensively. There was a throw in, but there also was a whistle. Looks like Central is trying to get some substitutions in. And the Riders will do so. So Jocelyn Field steps across. Looks like she's taking a seat, and this is going to be thrown in on the far side by Central. Knights throw it in. They go looking for Aubrielle Kramer. It's a bit too tall for her, and it'll be turned away by Reagan Taylor to the far boundary. Taylor ends up sending it beyond the line. And the Knights will send one back in. This will be Emily Common coming over. Common, a toss towards the net. Taylor trying to control it, has a hard time with the ball. Addison Fargo coming over and just kind of sending this one beyond the far boundary to force Central to set back up. Now this is near the corner. They can do a couple of different things with their offense here. They'll throw it on a crossing look. They had Rowan Olmsted out in front of the net. Olmsted unable to come up with it cleanly, but some good pressure coming up from Central's Clara Flores, who got an opportunity to keep it up along the line, and now Central will have an opportunity at a corner for the first time, and they go quickly. Olmsted sending it in, and there was a violation on that corner kick, I believe. Flag goes waving, and I don't think everybody was set for the corner when Olmsted sent it across. So it looks like the Riders will get back defensively, and Central will come over for a corner kick. Central might have thought, well, they did kick it in, so they must have assumed that it was a corner, but not sure exactly what the thought process was there. In the end, though, it'll be a corner for Central. Good hook towards the net, but a great catch by Eden Parkinson coming up with a play for Grand Forks Red River. Off of that corner, we'll take a look at the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. This is a good corner kick by Central. You'll see a good bite back towards the net here as this one comes in with a hook. And right there measuring that well was Eden Parkinson to play defense for Grand Forks Red River. That's one of those rare opportunities where she's had to step up, make something happen tonight for the Riders, and she did on that corner kick. And the Knights are turned away on one of their better offensive opportunities so far tonight. Aubrielle Kramer looking out towards the right side. Header played by Claire Heineck. Heineck's had a great night playing the midfield for Central. Ball goes loose to the far side. Reagan Hodney trying to run it down for Central. She's run into from behind by Flores and ends up beyond the boundary. Hodney will throw it in for Red River. Going to roll inside of 8 minutes to go in the half here as the Knights will get back defensively, and the Riders will make another substitution as Grand Forks Red River sends in Addison Cutterbutt. Ball ends up thrown in and then off of Red River, so now it's Central with the throw in. Maggie Barker a header. Heineck trying to get a shot away from distance. Ends up missing on it, and then Red River will send this back beyond the boundary. Another throw-in coming up for the Riders. And Emily Common tosses it across. For the Knights. A play out of the middle of the field for Grand Forks Central's Aubrielle Kramer. Kramer sending it back towards the near side. Rowan Olmsted trying to put some pressure on this. Good defensive play getting back that time for Red River. That coming from Taylor Hodney, who was back a forward, kind of playing a defensive look there for a moment. Peyton Bergeron taking a look at the field. Bergeron trying to make a run across from some pressure. Took a little forearm from Taylor Field. Ends up beyond the boundary with it, and they're going to say that it was the contact from Bergeron that sent it beyond, so Taylor Field will play this in for the Knights. Field sends it along the near boundary on the throw-in. Taylor Hodney back for Red River. Played it back to middle for Maggie Barker. Barker trying to sprint out towards the far side. Was able to find a long pass that's run down along the far boundary for Red River's Morgan Hartsey. Hartsey hadn't touched it for a while, was around it a couple of times early. A turn by Red River's Addison Cutterbutt. Cutterbutt ends up losing control of it. And this will be May Dickelman that sends it back to center for Grand Forks Central. Knights looking to control the ball on the far side. Clara Flores had a touch. Ends up losing it back to center. Maggie Barker trying to send this through the defense. Cutterba looking to put some pressure on. Knights able to control it. Madison McLaughlin turns it back towards the near side. Good run onto the near edge to keep this from going beyond the boundary. Red River wants some pressure. Barker trying to send this through defensive players. Go loose in the middle of the field. DeLong steps back to it for Red River. She'll make a pass over to the far side of the field looking for an angle. And coming over to confront is Emily Common as she'll take the ball away from Morgan Hartsey and boot it beyond the far side of the field. Reese Rems on the bench right now for the Roughriders. She has set up everything so far tonight. Scored on a penalty kick and had an assist on Taryn Swanson's goal. Scored in the 10th minute and assisted in the 22nd minute. And Red River right now with a 2-0 lead in the matchup. 2-0, we should say. Clock will drift under 5:20 to go as Central sends one beyond their old goal line, and Red River's going to have an opportunity at a corner kick. So the Riders get another opportunity at a corner. They've been pretty good on these so far tonight. And we'll see how Red River chooses to play it here. Ball will come out of the corner on the far side. And they'll set 3 players running at the net. This will be up in the air, and a header goes just wide. Good opportunity there for Addison Cutterba, who took the kick well from the corner and ends up heading one just wide. The corner kick played out, I believe, by Red River's London Flanagan. Let's take a look at that on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, and you'll see good contact on the header here, right side of the net, and ends up just pushing it past the goal line. But an opportunity there for Grand Forks Red River that nearly found pay dirt for the Roughriders. Maggie Barker back in the middle of the field for Red River, controlling towards the far side. Barker going down the sideline, looking to turn and come back against Emily Common. Common was able to step in, take control of the ball, and sends it near the far boundary. This will go beyond the boundary after pressure from Barker. The Riders will throw it in. It comes back to Barker on the throw-in. Barker turning and sending a shot in against Aubrielle Kramer that will go wide of the net. A look by Haley Anderson Tibiatowski, the goalkeeper for Central. And the Knights will get possession of the ball back. Madison McLaughlin will send it out of the box for Central. So McLaughlin set to put this back into play with just over 3.5 minutes to go in the opening half. Kramer for Central, coming back towards the near side. It'll be played back off the right edge, and some contact there with Lauren Reardon going down. They'll play through it, however. And Central's Claire Heineck comes away with control, hit by a couple of defensive players. Good pass off the right side. Run coming up here for Claire Flores, and there is a whistle. And the ball's going to come back out. Claire Heineck is frustrated about the call situation here. Looks as though Central's going to have a free kick. They were trying to get an opportunity up the field for Claire Flores, who had gotten behind the defense. And it looks like maybe a late whistle on some of that contact will net a free kick for Madison McLaughlin. She's going to kick it from the middle of the field, about 45 yards out from the goal. So Central have a free kick. Madison McLaughlin will send it up, puts it up and over the formation. Couple of players there. There's an open net. The kick towards the net is off the post and sent back in for Grand Forks Central for a goal. A flurry at the net, and Central comes up with a play. And the Knights have cut the lead to 1 at 2-1. The goal will come in the 37th minute of the opening half. Let's take a look at it again in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. And you'll see it just getting free with a handful of players that were there. And the ball was sent in by one of the trailers on the far side. Again, tough to see numbers from here, but it looks like it might have been Claire Flores that ended up with that goal for Grand Forks Central.
Claire Flores.
So we'll give it to Flores. Crowd approves, so we may have gotten the call right that time. Flores for Central in the 37th minute. That will make it a 2-1 lead, so the game now down to a 1-goal situation here between Grand Forks Red River and Grand Forks Central, with the Knights getting up the field and coming up with a score of their own. And they cut the lead to 1. Really, really good formation there as well. You can see the free kick paying off for Central. They were unhappy because Flores had the run out in front of the play a moment ago or a moment before that to get free of the defense. But McLaughlin will come up with the assist on the free kick, probably. And then there was a big battle along the far post right at the net. Red River had a couple of defensive players there trying to clear it. And I think actually one of their opportunities to clear it hit the post and kept it in scoring distance for Central. Play up the field by Lauren Reardon. Will come free towards the near side. Riders trying to get back to it. They end up sending it beyond the boundary. Taylor Hodney trying to run it up the near side, but she's fronted out of bounds by Rowan Olmstead. And Olmstead will throw it in. So Olmstead will send it in on the near side. This will be Hodney that comes back for it for Red River and sent back beyond the boundary by the Roughriders. Clock down to 30 seconds to go. 2-1 on your all-true scoreboard. Red River seeing their lead cut down to 1. And they must have had another stoppage in play that I was unaware of because they've got 55 seconds left on the board here. My apologies, folks. So a couple of stoppages perhaps after goals that we weren't aware of taking place. So Central looking to take control of this one as it comes free on the near edge with Annalisa Contreras. Ends up losing the ball back to center to go beyond the near boundary. Contreras set to throw it in again. Does. And this will get beyond some pressure coming in from Peyton Bergeron. Loose to Olmstead on the near boundary. Olmstead tries to stay with it, and Central trying to build on some momentum after the goal here. They found a couple of opportunities to keep the ball up in the offensive end of the field. Another loose ball, and Lauren Reardon trying to get a kick on one that ends up sending it beyond the goal line, and that will end up pushing it out of play. And Red River will have a free kick here, but you can hear that Central crowd below us. They're kind of getting into the swing of things now. They feel good about how this thing is finishing up. Bergeron on the near side, and that's going to bring the first half to a conclusion. And Grand Forks Central getting one back late, and they're able to cut the lead to 1. It's 2-1 on the all-true scoreboard as we make our way towards our intermission. Brought to you tonight by Grand Forks Welding and Machine and High Plains Water. And we'll come back with that intermission report in just a couple of moments, so do stay with us. This is our coverage of high school soccer on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
If you haven't had good pizza, I mean really good pizza from Pizza, you should. Pizza Menu offers personal, family, or specialty for free delivery or pickup Tuesday through Saturday, along with daily specials, all at delicious prices. If you haven't been to pizzamenu.com, you should.
The Golf Center is your go-to place for the latest. From PXG, Callaway, TaylorMade, Titleist, Ping, Srixon, Mizuno, plus everything else at the Golf Center.
Have you done your maintenance? You should. Call Thermal Air and let us check your furnace or your boiler for professional evaluation of your equipment's performance without high-pressure tactics. Call Thermal Air at 701-740-8161.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Phil Thompson and Associates are on the job providing crop insurance, tax, and related service for farmers, businesses, individuals, and families since 1989. Phil Thompson and Associates, Warren and East Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
What do you need or want right now? Area Community Credit Union can help you get whatever it is you want. Vehicle, furniture, a home loan, or maybe you need help with a wedding. Contact the professionals at Area Community Credit for solutions. Federally insured by NCUA.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
We welcome you back to our coverage of high school soccer tonight on the Roughriders Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. We have reached our intermission halftime tonight between Grand Forks Central, Grand Forks Red River. The Riders leading the Knights by a score of 2-1. Our halftime report brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. With a system from High Plains Water, you know that your quality of living is going to go up where you live. No more scaly buildup around your fixtures, better tasting water right out of the tap, cleaner laundry because treated water does a better job with laundry than regular hard water. And of course, you're going to be able to get more laundry done with less detergent, which will save you some money as well. Better showers, softer skin, lots of advantages with High Plains Water. See one of their systems in action. Stop and see them as well on Gateway in Grand Forks. And Grand Forks Welding and Machine, they are the men of steel. Grand Forks Welding and Machine is ready to get you going out in the field this year. If you have repairs that involve tightening things up or loosening things up right now, Grand Forks Welding and Machine can help you with that. And they're getting all those agricultural implements sharpened and ready in case you haven't started your field work yet. And you've only got one really good day to get it in before the rain comes. So after the rain is over this weekend, you're going to want to make sure that you've got things ready to go. Stop and see Grand Forks Welding and Machine and make sure that you get things put together for your upcoming planting season. Let's take a look at our first half highlights that we have for you with our replay. Proceed. If you need seed, think Proceed. Proceed.net. They bring you our plays that we have so far. Let's take you to the first goal. It's a penalty kick for Reese Rems, who got contacted up. Very calm approach. Reese Rems makes it 1-0 in favor of Grand Forks Red River. And then Rems again setting up a little crosser, and Taryn Swanson comes up with the goal in front of the net. But Central comes back late in the opening half. A flurry in front of the net. Clara Flores comes up with the last blow on this one from behind the play. And Flores comes up with a goal to make it 2-1 late in the opening half. And that is your highlight package that we have for you at halftime, brought to you by Proceed. You need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. Grand Forks Red River leading by a score of 2-1. Again, your scoring summary. Reese Rems at the 10-minute mark with a penalty kick. Taryn Swanson at the 22-minute mark for Grand Forks Red River to make it 2-0. And Clara Flores in the 37th minute for Grand Forks Central to make this a 2-1 lead with Grand Forks Red River out in front. That is your halftime summary, brought to you by High Plains Water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine. We'll come back with more as we continue with our coverage of high school soccer next, right here on the Roughriders Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
S&T Quick Stop in Thompson is the stop you need at the end of your day. From the groceries you may have left behind to the products you need to keep running, S&T Quick Stop is your best stop. Find us on the west edge of Thompson.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Hi Grand Forks, it's Monique Lamoureux, retired Olympic champion and your newest real estate agent with RE/MAX Grand and proud supporter of high school athletics. I'm bringing the gold standard to your buying and selling journey. Call me today at 218-779-0610 or find me at mygrandrealty.com.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
We welcome you back to our intermission report here tonight on KNOX Live Sports. It's 2-1 in favor of Grand Forks Red River over Grand Forks Central. The Roughriders leading the Knights by a goal. A quick correction for you. We were able to go back through the replay, and our camera guy, Joey Springer, with some really good camera work down there. Once we were able to see it on the full screen, we were able to verify it was J.C. Reardon that scored the goal for Grand Forks Central. So J.C. Reardon in the 37th minute comes up with a goal for the Knights. We did confirm that it was Terrence Swanson that scored in the 22nd minute for Grand Forks Red River. So Rems in the 10th minute on a penalty kick. Terrence Swanson in the 22nd minute. J.C. Reardon in the 37th minute to score for Central, and that puts Central on the board. And now we get ready for the second half of play with Grand Forks Central and Red River in a one-goal matchup, with Central trailing by a score of 2-1. There's more soccer coming up on Thursday inside the league as well. I think Red River is going to be on the road against West Fargo Cheyenne. Central is going to be at home against West Fargo High. And that game for Central is going to be one of those, well, really both of them are kind of must-wins, although if Red River's going on the road, must-wins are difficult on the road all the time, but those are teams that are trailing you in that situation, and so you kind of want to make sure that you get the wins over teams that are chasing you, particularly when it's going to be regular season success that puts you into the postseason. And we are underway with second half soccer. Grand Forks Red River switching sides of the field here, moving from right to left. Central moving from left to right as we take a look at it. On the far edge, Taylor Hodney, or actually rather Reagan Hodney, trying to send one up the field. This will be knocked out of bounds. Emily Common came over to defend it. Riders will make the throw in off the far side. Rems is back on the field. We didn't see her a lot at the end of the opening half after Rems kind of factored into both goals for Red River in the first half. Riders had a really, really good first half out of Reese Rems, a goal, a helper in those first two scores. And then she didn't really see the field a whole lot at the end of the opening half. Might be spelling her a little bit for a good finish here, but it might have slowed the Rough Rider offense down a little bit, particularly when we saw them at the end, the way they finished the first half. They kind of sat back, and so they might have lost a little edge or something along those lines. Play up the field for Claire Heineck, and Heineck with a good pass, but this will be defended while Reagan Taylor getting back into her own end, and Taylor stopping in the corner trying to play this out. And really nice play that time by Reagan Taylor, stopping and playing it up the field. Lauren Mallett was over to front it. Mallet ends up taking it off the shin. It goes beyond the boundary, so the Riders keep control of the ball with a throw-in. Ball comes back towards the right side. This return sent up by Peyton Bergeron. Bergeron plays it to middle. Addison Cutterba out in the middle of the field. Turning off towards the right, finding Rems. Rems, little stop and start. Coming back to the middle. Played this with the left foot. She's got Bergeron. Bergeron gets free, and what another nice play by Haley Anderson. Tibiatowski coming out to get a hold of that one before Bergeron could do damage. Take a look at that again. The American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. There's Bergeron coming open. She's got a great chance, and there's Anderson Tibiatowski just diving out and swallowing that up before any further harm could be done in that sequence. That's a nice play for the Central goalkeeper on a good run early for Grand Forks Red River offensively. Hodney on the near side can't control. Ends up beyond the boundary. This will be picked up by Claire Heineck for Central. Heineck sends it back off the near side. There was Hodney. It'll come back to her. She'll end up playing it back towards the middle. Knight's able to step in and take some control. A little pressure here from Central. Lauren Mallet coming into the right corner, looking to take that ball away. Addison Fargo back defensively for Grand Forks Red River. Fargo trying to play it back towards the middle. Nice looping kick here from the right by Aubrielle Kramer. That's a nice look towards the net. Eden Parkinson comes out to take care of that. We'll drop kick this back out of her own end. Bergeron near side waiting for the ball. Pressured a bit from behind by Addison Lamb. Bergeron sending it up the near sideline. Run off the near edge and a huge collision that sends Reardon out onto the track. And we'll see a call coming up here. Looks like the ball's going to come back. Looks like it'll be Red River's control, though, even though Lauren Reardon kind of got wiped out on some pressure. A little bit of size on both teams, and so once in a while these collisions can be rather physical. We've seen a little bit of physical play tonight. Reagan Taylor for Red River. Taylor sends this up into the offensive end, if you will. May Dickelman, who's played very well defensively for Central tonight, looking to play it out. Kramer, pass to the near side for Rowan Olmstead. Olmstead fronted by Hodney. Hodney coming over, has this one played out beyond the boundary. Hodney will throw it. No, she will not. Central will throw it in. And Addison Lamb will do the work for Central. Lamb playing it up the boundary, looking for Olmstead. Aubrielle Kramer fronted. Ball knocked away. It's off of Kramer. Bergeron feels like she's got a bit of an opening with Reese Rems on the throw-in. Rems trying to cut back towards the middle of the field. Turning away down the near boundary. Rems a stop and a little bit of contact again from behind on Addison Lamb. Lamb knocked down. Looks like they're going to give Lamb a free kick or Central a free kick. Lamb was there, but Madison McLaughlin, who had the free kick to set up the goal by J.C. Reardon, will come over and send this up the field for Central. She sends it away. It's come back towards midfield. Rolls through a couple of riders defensively. Played back out by Taylor. Who's had a good night defensively for Grand Forks Red River. One of their two defensive players. Now here's a loose one for Rowan Olmstead. Olmstead's free. Olmstead a shot right at Eden Parkinson. And Parkinson's there to take the angle away. Nice little run that time for Central. They haven't had a lot of opportunities tonight. We take a look at it in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. There's Rowan Olmstead getting free. She picked an angle, and I think she just mishit it at the end. She wanted to send that across the body where there was an opening. She had drawn Parkinson out, but a little bit of a mishit. It came right at Parkinson, and she was able to make the stop on it for Grand Forks Red River. Knights again getting free with a pass up the field. Lauren Mallet trying to run it down. And Taylor Hodney's back to break it up for the Roughriders. Taylor Hodney will go back to pick it up. It was Reagan Hodney that was back to break up that play. Taylor Hodney out into the middle of the field. J.C. Reardon, who scored a goal for Central, with a header out of the midfield after sending it up once before. Olmstead trying to keep control. Aubrielle Kramer sends this back up the field. Parkinson down to a knee to take control for Red River. Central loosening things up a little bit. They were very defensive. Red River really controlled the pace of play to start the opening half. The last 7 or 8 minutes of the first half saw Central kind of get loose offensively, and now they're finding some more angles here early in the second. Rowan Olmstead, another good run along the near side. And Olmstead trying to front a ball coming from Hodney will be knocked out of bounds. Reagan continues to play a larger role for Red River as the game has gone on, as Central has gotten a bit more offensive minded. Reagan Hodney has been able to step in and sort of secure some of that defensive role for Grand Forks Central. And we may see a substitution here for Red River. We did see a substitution for the Roughriders, I believe. Ayla Effhauser did come back into the matchup. Ball loose. May Dickelman will send this back down the field. Eden Parkinson back down to an E and able to make the play for the Riders. Parkinson boots this sky high. Not a lot of distance. Good hang time. Loose. Aubrielle Kramer able to play it back to Rowan Olmsted. 2-on-2 game. And here's Olmsted trying to run to empty space against Hodney. Well played game. And Hodney ends up, I believe, sending it beyond the goal line. So we may see a corner coming up here. For Central, no, we will not. It was close down there by the goal line, but they'll say that Olmsted touched it last. So the ball will go back to Red River. So the Riders will boot it out. Riders leading 2-1 on the Ultra scoreboard, just a little over 7 minutes into this second half of play. Rowan Olmsted back towards the middle of the field, looking to find some help. And this ball sent wide of the net that time from Kelsey McLaughlin. McLaughlin's been that player for Central tonight that's been trying to sort of lengthen out the offense. You've seen McLaughlin looking to send balls in from deep towards the net, trying to find a way to score without having to penetrate the defense, kind of going up and over the defense from some distance. And it's a good plan for Central. It's been a struggle to get through some of the size from Red River defensively. Red River some pretty good speed on the defensive end as well, but it's probably the size that's been a big challenge more than anything tonight. Throw into the near side for Bergeron. This will be Hartsey, I believe. No correction. Addison Cutterba. Cutterba sending it up the field. Comes back. Bergeron, crosser. That one got away from her. Floats over to the far side. Hartsey trying to run it down, but she can't get control of it. Crosser coming that time from Barker. Rather not Barker, but rather Bergeron. Just kind of floated and then kind of took the wrong hook on her, if you will, and came back towards the right rather than the left. And that drew Red River into some empty space out there. Cutterba playing one off the hip. Getting back into her own end. She'll stop. Turns it back to her defense for Reagan Taylor. Taylor trying to find some empty space. Ends up having that one go beyond the boundary. Addison Lamb for a quick throw in along the near sideline. And Hodney will head that out of bounds. And so the Knights will throw in yet another. Addison Lamb coming over. Just an 8th grader, but Addison Lamb, when she's had an opportunity to have contact with the ball tonight, she's looked every bit the part. She's played well for Grand Forks Central at times. Another ball booted out of bounds. And again, the big change here in the early part of the second half is that Central's just had a lot more of an offensive flow. They've been a little bit more open, a little bit loose, and they've been able to find some holes against this Red River defense that weren't there back in the first half. Hodney, another turn and kick, and Reagan Hodney will end up with a throw in for Red River. Hodney bounces one back out into the middle of the field. This will be picked up by Addison Cutterba. Cutterba playing loose towards the middle. J.C. Reardon back for Central. Splits a couple of defensive players. And a little feather pass up to Claire Heineck, who's really played well in the midfield tonight for Central. Now we're going to see a ball off the elbow after a kick from Aubrielle Kramer. Looked like it got Barker in the elbow. And so the Knights are going to have a free kick here. And a chance for Central to set a play. This is about where they scored from the first time. About 45 yards away from the goal line on a free kick. So this is a big play for Grand Forks Central to set this up. And the kick comes in. Flurry out in front of the net. Header that led to an opening, but in the long run, that'll be sent beyond the goal line, and Red River will get it back. You're looking for that touch. You know you're not probably going to get it clean in that sort of situation, so you're actually playing whatever Red River is going to do defensively after that free kick. You're looking for an opportunity to take their touch away from them and keep it moving towards the net. That's how Central had luck on the goal that they scored on the free kick earlier. Bergeron on the near side, fronted by J.C. Reardon, but this ends up scooting beyond the near boundary before Olmsted can get to it. Riders to throw it in. Hodney, another good play up the near side, looking for Rems. Instead, Olmsted picks it up, and here comes Central looking up the field. Another great pass, but that one got picked off. That's a big defensive play for Red River's Addison Fargo. Fargo cut that off. There were a couple of players there for Central. They had almost even numbers. A little bit of a breakdown in the midfield that time for Red River, and it was up to the defenders to make a big play, and Addison Fargo really stood up well for Red River in that situation. Hodney over on the far edge. This one's sent back towards the far boundary by Central, and Hodney's going to have a long run to get back to it. Hodney finds it, being pressured by Kelsey McLaughlin. McLaughlin will end up sending it beyond the boundary. Riders a throw in, and now it's going to be Central's throw in. So the Knights will end up throwing the ball across instead. J.C. Reardon setting up her teammate on the far side, and this will be Emily Comet that's going to throw it in for Grand Forks Central. Turned out to be a pretty nice night tonight. You can hear some of that wind in the background becoming a bit more of a factor, but in the long run, slowly gaining a comfort factor for the outdoor sports. It has not been easy to try to gain some momentum as far as getting some quality opportunities to play the outdoor sports here in the spring, with weather being what it is. Ball ends up going beyond the near boundary again. And we'll see Central ready to throw one in off the near side. Addison Lamb to do it. Went looking for Rowan Olmstead. Ball knocked away by Hodney for Red River. Comes back to center. Riders, again, have not had a good offensive look here in the second half. It's really been more of Central playing the corner offense here. And there's Rowan Olmstead again running to the corner, but unable to catch up to it. But it's been that kind of night for Central. Those are the plays that they've tried to set up in the second half, and Central's had some luck being able to do that. Olmstead getting free in the corner, and Red River right now just trying to figure out how to get through this pressure from Central coming up the field. Ball goes loose in the middle of the field. Ella Elfhauser with a touch for Red River, but very quickly sent back into the Red River end. Knights trying to get to a ball before it goes beyond the goal line, but just a little tardy on a strong run at the field that time coming from Lauren Mallett. And Red River will have it in their own end for a free kick. Riders make a change. And I believe the Riders have sent in Madeline DeLong. So Maddie DeLong will come back into the matchup. An original starter. We'll see Reagan Taylor making the boot on the free kick for Red River in her own end. Got it back out to Claire Heineck. Heineck got turned around. Ball goes loose at center. Heineck run down a bit. Reese Rem's going to be able to run free with it. Rem's out in the middle of the field. She's been good off the boundary tonight, but right now handling the ball well out in the middle of the field. Got a good kick away. Madison McLaughlin able to play it off the head. Central tries to send it out and will end up giving up the corner kick on another good run by Reese Rems. Rems has factored into just about every good offensive opportunity that Red River has had tonight. Scored on the penalty kick, then assisted a goal that was scored by Taryn Swanson, that time setting up that play. Here comes the corner, sent towards the middle, and J.C. Reardon will head it out for Central. Good defensive play. Rems is back out on top trying to hold the ball in and was able to fight off pressure from Kelsey McLaughlin and get it towards the net. Haley Anderson Tibiatowski, the goalkeeper for Central, will come up with control. So Anderson Tibiatowski will kick it away. A drop towards the middle. Rowan Olmstead, good header up the middle of the field, trying to find Lauren Mallett on the run. Mallett's corralled on the near side by Reagan Taylor, but Taylor ends up losing the ball beyond the boundary, and Central make a couple of subs before they throw the ball in. Riders will sub 3 here, and Rowan Olmstead, who has had several good runs in the opening half, is going to have an opportunity to sit down. Central will send Natalia, I believe it's Pyrrhus, a sophomore. Natalia Pyrrhus will come in for the first time. Addison Lamb throws it across. Hodney on the head to send it back to the middle. Maggie Barker looking for a play out into the middle of the field. J.C. Reardon, who scored the goal tonight for Central, comes back to cut it off. Madison McLaughlin back in a defensive role. Sent one back into the Red River end. They trade a pair of heads. Reagan Taylor first off the head. And a little pressure as Pyrrhus came up against Hodney, but a good defensive play that time by Reagan Hodney, who cleared a lot of space finding Rems on the far side. But that was just a turn and fire, and she was able to clear a lot of space. And now we're going to see a whistle and some contact that will run a foul coming from Addison Lamb. The Central Knight fans tonight have thought a couple of times that maybe some contact from Red River could result in a free kick or two, but they haven't been as fortunate in that situation, whereas Red River now, Reagan Taylor is going to get a free kick, and this will be a big play. 3 Knights are going to come out in front. Reagan Taylor And she makes the free kick. This is a beauty towards the far post. A header that goes up and over the bar. Boy, that was well set up for Grand Forks Red River, and the header just a bit offline as Anderson Tibiatowski had to commit. Take a look at it again on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. You'll see Taylor set up a really good play, and the header right on the far post that ends up just going up and over the bar, but very close to an opportunity to score for Grand Forks Red River in that situation. And it goes just awry. Ball comes back out after the free kick towards center, and it will be nudged out of bounds by Maddie DeLong for Red River. And the Knights will look to throw in. Central sends it. Taylor Field back in the matchup, throwing it down the near boundary. Kramer able to find some empty space to work with on the far edge, but this is destined to roll beyond the goal line. And it will come back as a play for Grand Forks Red River on a free kick. So the Riders will have an opportunity to send it back into play with just under 23 minutes to play, approaching the halfway point of the second half. 2-1 lead on the All-True scoreboard with Red River on top of Grand Forks Central. Each team has scored a goal, if you will, in what you might describe as regulation and a penalty kick. The difference right now, that was the first goal of the game, but it's turning out to be the difference between a 1-1 tie and a 2-1 lead in this matchup. Maggie Barker back to cut off a play for the Riders off the latest plan. Long distance shot, not a bad shot as well, coming from the far side of the field from Central, just a bit offline. That was Emily Common teeing one up from about 40 yards out and sent it up and just wide and over the bar, but had a good look at a long distance kick and again cleared a lot of territory to get there. Riders will kick it away. Ball coming back near edge, comes loose. Be taken off the right, and this will be again Claire Heineck, who had some great plays for Central in the first half, trying to get things free and set up, sends it strong and goes beyond the goal line. Red River will get it back for a free kick. As the game, or the half rather, I believe this would be its 19th minute. Yeah, we played 18, so we're in the 19th minute now as time is, I guess, signified in the game of soccer. New for all of us as well. I've only done this a handful of times, and the first ones were on radio down at the state tournament a long time ago, so kind of getting used to this. But it's been fun here tonight. It's been a really nice atmosphere. Peyton Bergeron coming back to center. Broken up. May Dickelman's been very good defensively tonight for Central. Little seeing eye pass looking for a run from Lauren Reardon. Ooh, an aggressive stop coming over the top. Taylor Hodney with a good play against Reardon. You would have thought a lot of players would just surrender that ball and kick it beyond a sideline or goal line to deflect the pressure coming up, but Hodney put a foot on the ball and came to an aggressive stop to try to turn the sequence around. Turned out to be a very nice play. Reagan Hodney on the near side plays one out towards empty space looking for Bergeron. Dickelman's over, and she can't quite hold the ball in playable territory. May Dickelman will lose that out of bounds, and Red River will have a throw-in along the near boundary. Riders will make a change in their lineup. We'll see Maggie Barker getting the opportunity for a breather. And Hodney will throw it in for the Roughriders. And an ill-advised throw-in looking for Peyton Bergeron along the boundary. And that didn't have an angle to work with at all. Field will throw it back in for Central. Rems making the first contact with it. Played back to Dickelman for Central. She comes out to center. Long distance play looking for Ava Walsh. Walsh able to get some control of it. Ball handling up the field and has one knocked out of bounds by Reagan Hodney coming over to front her. The ball will go out. And we'll see Taylor Field stepping back over to throw this in for Central. Jocelyn Field will come into the matchup, so she and Taylor will play together here for Central in this sequence. And Taylor throws it in looking for Jocelyn. This broken up. Reese Rems, another good stop. And she comes back to her right, comes back to center, and now makes a long play to the far side of the field. Good pass. Morgan Hartsey running free on the far side. This comes back out to Cutterba. Cutterba looks, splitting a couple of defenders. Ball free, and Dickelman will just make a play back to center for Grand Forks Central. This is loose, and this is a one-on-one situation down the field, and it's being knocked out of bounds on the near side by a streaking Central Knight in the form of Ava Walsh, who got free, came up the field and put some pressure on that ball. Ends up losing it just beyond the boundary. And we've turned the corner here, clock down to less than 20 to go. We play into our 21st minute of the second half. 2-1 on the Ultra scoreboard with the Riders leading by a goal. No scoring as of yet in the second half. Ball free along the near side and lost out of bounds by Pires. And Red River will throw one in. Comes back to center. Taylor Field trying to take control of it. Bergeron stepped in front to win control for Red River. Came back to center. Taylor Hodney getting free. She's got a good run middle of the field. Made a great pass off the near side. But the attack going to go just wide here. Red River will have to slow down. That play was off to the near edge. They'll come back to center. A shot, and there's a save by Eden Parkinson. Parkinson making a save on a great play from Addison Cutterba, who was right out in the middle of the field. That was all set up to Ava Ray looking to come free, and Cutterba had a chance to take an open shot, but we saw Haley Anderson Tibiatowski coming over to make the stop that time for Grand Forks Central. Take a look at it again. The American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. You'll see this ball come back to center, controlled and set up right there, and that is a quick hitch type of play for Cutterba to get a kick away, and she got it away with good range and good accuracy, but Haley Anderson Tibiatowski equal to the task and makes a big save to keep Grand Forks Central in this matchup, still down a goal. Ball loose left side. Lauren Reardon along the boundary, able to catch up to it before it ends up going out of bounds. Reagan Taylor over to fronter. Reardon tried to make a cut in front, and the ball squibs away, and this will be booted out of bounds aggressively by Maddie DeLong. And we'll see where this goes. Looks like it's going to be Central's control here. And now a clank right off of shin from Ava Walsh will send it beyond the goal line, and Red River will have the opportunity to kick it out. So the Riders will kick it out. 17 minutes and change to play in the second half. And Red River's going to come back with Alexis Geffrey, a junior, who will step on and free kick this one away. Kick by Geffrey to the far edge. Another hit by Claire Heineck, playing out in the middle of the field. Goes loose. Riders trying to attack. J.C. Reardon getting back and throwing a lot of size in front of Taylor Hodney to keep her away from it. Another step in defensively for Madison McLaughlin, playing it out to center. Central really trying to stretch the field on these long passes. You've seen a little bit of stretching a couple of different ways, little 2-on-2 games off the boundaries, and then the long stretch passes up the field, just trying to get into an all-out sprint to see if they can open something up. Lauren Reardon coming back to Emily Common. Ball deflected out of bounds. And Red River will have the throw-in on the far boundary. Big one in the league here tonight. 3 points goes to the winner, Red River, with 7 points in the league standings coming into the night. Fargo Shanley unbeaten with 12 points. Central with 4 that have them in the top 4 in the region with a 1-point advantage, and they've got a big one with West Fargo at home coming up on Thursday night. That's one that they're going to want to get right now. West Fargo chasing them at this point. Ava Ray getting free out in the middle of the field. Ends up losing control of a ball. Central will play it back down the far boundary. They went looking on the right side for Flores, who nearly factored into the scoring. We had her with a score back in the opening half until we took a look at the replay evidence and saw that J.C. Reardon scored that goal for Grand Forks Central. And we'll see a ball out of bounds. Lauren Mallett will come back into the matchup for Central. And let's see what we're going to have here. It looks like it'll be a free kick for Grand Forks Red River out of the box. Eden Parkinson set to take control of the play. She'll give to Alexis Geffrey, who will set up the free kick. And with 15 minutes and change left to go here in the second half, both teams getting back and waiting for this one to play back into territory. Heineck coming back to the near side for Jocelyn Field. Field a good stop, but again being pressed by the larger Ava Ray. Just a lot of size for Red River that they can put in front of you. Getting free was Rowan Olmstead, and Olmstead nearly had a chance to cut off the corner, but ends up having one go beyond the goal line. I believe they're going to say that this was Reagan Hodney that sent it beyond the goal line, and Central's going to have an opportunity to quarter kick. This is a big chance for Central down a goal. They've got to come up with something here. Madison McLaughlin will control the corner from the right side of the field. Central will set up a handful of players far edge. They'll make the break. McLaughlin sending this straight. There's a header there. It hit the crossbar. A play that hit the crossbar and ends up coming out. Central right there with the opportunity, and a header hits the crossbar. Take a look at it. The American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay sent straight up in the air. The header right there, and it ends up clanking off the crossbar. And a tough break for Grand Forks Central, who very nearly put the tying goal in on that play out of the corner. They made every bit of good use out of their set piece and just couldn't get that one to go through. Ball off on the far side. Red River getting free, and now they've got almost a 3-on-2 breakaway here. Ball off the right side. Getting back was Dickelman. Tried one defensive play. There's another big save by Haley Anderson Tibiatowski. Boy, that was a dangerous look for Grand Forks Red River. Take a look at this again on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. You'll see this at the very end. Anderson Tibiatowski coming over on what was a straight-up 3-on-2 breakaway for Grand Forks Red River. You don't use that term very often in the game of soccer, but that time it was a true 3-on-2 getaway for the Roughriders, and Central was able to get a big stop. Anderson Tibiatowski's have been big in a couple of spots today. Rowan Olmstead trying to take advantage of a long pass up the field, and Hodney will turn and put it beyond the near boundary. So Reagan Hodney plays it out. Central will play it in. Taylor Fields set to bring it back onto the field. It's knocked loose, and Jocelyn Field able to step in and take some control. She's got space to work with. Came back to her left, and Red River's going to turn this back beyond the boundary again. Taylor Field stepping up quickly, looking for the throw-in. Sends it towards the near edge. Coming over, Claire Heineck for Central, trying to control it. Heineck's just been controlled a lot. She's had a couple of bodies against her in that time. She just went to a great check, if you will. She just put a body right into one of the riders. Here's Heineck from distance, and that one's going to scoot beyond the goal line, not a play. And we'll see this swing back to Grand Forks Red River with 12 minutes and change to go here in the second half. By the way, for those of you that are looking in, we should probably get that fixed up for you. Even though it's late in the game, we'll still change it so it's accurate here at the end. Second half here with 12 minutes and counting. And we'll see some substitutions coming in for Grand Forks Red River. Reese Rems comes back into the game. If she were able to get free and do some more damage, that might be lights out in this one for the Roughriders. We'll see if Rems can have an opportunity to control something late. In the meantime, this will be sent back up the field by Grand Forks Red River's Alexis Geffrey, who's taken all the free kicks defensively for the Roughriders here in the second half. Rems was there, able to make the play. Able to cut around some pressure coming in from Jocelyn Field. Comes to a stop. Look at this ball handling for Reese Rems. Field stepping in to get her from behind, but Rems still able to make a good pass out into the middle, and a loose ball that gets taken by Taylor Hodney, who outruns the defender. And now Red River with the numbers game again. Hodney fires and scores! Taylor Hodney coming up the field, getting loose, and Hodney goes bar down with a goal for Grand Forks Red River, and the Riders will take a 3-1 lead. Boy, look at this play in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. Hodney gets free, able to juke a defender, comes open and just takes the shot herself, ends up hitting the top of the bar and going down, and that's a beautiful play for Taylor Hodney to put Red River up on top by a score of 3-1. They did stop the clock after the goal, so we'll stop ours here to get it synced up. It's going to be in the 28th minute of the second half. So what is that, the 68th minute of the game? And Hodney, Taylor Hodney, comes up with a goal in the 68th minute to make it 3-1 in favor of Grand Forks Red River. And the Riders now with a commanding 2-goal lead down the stretch, trying to pick up 3 big points in the Eastern Dakota Conference tonight. And a super goal that time by Taylor Hodney to come up with a big play for Grand Forks Red River. You come out on a night like this and you're hoping to see something like that where a player just makes a really, really good individual effort and is able to score from distance in kind of a commanding way. Those are the plays that really make it satisfying to come up with something like this. Here's a great pass to Claire Heineck trying to get free, and another big diving save, this time made by Red River goalkeeper Eden Parkinson. Take a look at this one again in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. Rowan Olmstead setting this one up. Heineck running into the play late, getting free, and one more step. If Parkinson comes out a step late on that, Heineck's going to have an opportunity to score inside of tight distance, and instead it's a nice play for Grand Forks Red River that ends up taking a scoring opportunity away from Grand Forks Central. Knight still up the field, though, and they'll boot one well up and over the crossbar. from the back, if you will, from the defensive side. That was Heineck again trying to score from distance. And Red River will have another free kick in their own territory. Our clock off by about 30 seconds here. The game clock is actually ahead of ours now, so we're looking at just under 10 minutes to play. And the kick is away for Red River on the free kick. Comes out near side to Reese Rems. Rems a turn up the field, and I think this would be kind of the central or the soccer equivalent of icing the puck, just trying to send it down the field. But here comes Hodney again. Taylor Hodney running into the play, trying to get free. She attacks hard, and another big diving stop coming in by Anderson Tibiatowski to break up that play. As Hodney had an opportunity to come down from distance here, you'll see Hodney getting free corner and trying to drive her way in, again avoiding some more pressure, and Anderson Tibiatowski throwing her body right into Hodney's legs to take that scoring opportunity away. Red River back out with control of this. This will be Taryn Swanson looking to control it. She's cut off near side by Common, I believe. No correction by Taylor Field. Knights try to play it back. Long distance kick, and Anderson Tibiatowski will measure that one and come up with control. We mentioned at the end of the opening half, it was Central that finished with the momentum. Central had the momentum to start this second half, but now Red River finding some momentum, and again, on a great individual effort by Taylor Hodney, coming in the 68th minute of this one to push the Rough Rider lead to 3-1. Ball goes loose on a run up the middle of the field for Claire Heineck. Heineck, frustrated, puts her hand up. She's had a couple of opportunities to attack the middle tonight. Had a great first half, did Heineck. Been trying to score from distance, and right now Central needs a couple of those, at least one, from the distance angle, which is something they've tried to set up throughout the second half. They've kind of looked at every spot on the field as a scoring spot on the field here in the second. Really started that towards the end of the first. Riders will make some defensive changes, or I should say rather just some substitutions here. Ava Ray will come back into the matchup for the Rough Riders. And we'll see a free kick coming from Red River. Comes out in the middle of the field. Heineck putting a head on it for Central. Reagan Taylor on the right side ends up having one fronted. This will be a Central throw in. Emily Common over on the far boundary throws it towards the net. A good run off the right side that time for Central's Lauren Mallett trying to get to the ball. Ends up being deflected out of play. And the Riders waiting for a ball to play it back in. They've got one. Reagan Taylor set to throw it in. And the throw in on the right side gets picked off by Central. Nice little run here coming from Addison Lamb trying to score from distance, and she scores! Addison Lamb getting free for Grand Forks Red River, or rather for Grand Forks Central. And the Knights will cut the lead to 3-2. Unbelievable play. We mentioned that they were going to need one of those to come in from distance in order to put themselves back into this. And the goal, I believe, will come in what will be called the 74th minute. Addison Lamb, I believe, came up with a goal for Grand Forks Central. Minute 74. And we'll get a look at it again as soon as we can here on the replay. Ball on the near sideline for Grand Forks Red River, so this is back to it. Going to see a whistle and perhaps a free kick coming up here for Red River. Let's take a look at it again in the American Family Assurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, and you'll see the throw-in off the right side, and there's Addison Lamb cutting through the defense, and she just takes a shot from 20 yards out, put a lot of distance up underneath the ball and attacked the far corner and scored it. Here comes a free kick for Grand Forks Red River. And the Riders will have Geffrey doing the kicking here with the lead one for the Rough Riders at 3-2. So this one not in the books as of yet. The Riders took a big 3-1 lead. Here's the free kick by Geffrey, and we'll see Anderson Tibiatowski right on top of it to make the stop. So the Knights need one more to try to force the draw and grab a point in the matchup. Currently down by a score of 3-2. Ball lost on the far boundary. Riders coming back into it. Coming up in our postgame report, we'll take a look at the final highlights that we'll have on this one for you here tonight. Go through all the scoring plays that we had. with our Proceed replays here tonight in our post-game report, so stay with us for that. Ball goes free on the far boundary. Riders back to it, and Anderson Tibiatowski set to take this one. Play it back out the near edge. Hartsey was able to cut it off for Red River. Back towards the near side in Hodney, but we'll see Rowan Olmstead play it back to the middle. And then Mallet got a little confused there with Claire Heineck as to who was going to take control of it. Ball comes back up. They're going to rule this ball was hit on the hand. And it looks like that's going to be the call. Lobbying the case is Addison Lamb, saying that got her on the side of the chest and the rib cage, but they're saying no, she got it on the hand or arm. And so this is going to go back to Red River for a free kick on the far side of the field. Inside of 5 minutes to go, 3-2, the Riders by 1. And Red River with another chance. This time on a free kick from about 25 yards away. We'll see what they get done on the far boundary here. The look, I believe this is Taylor keeping this short and low, and this will just go wide of the net. Ends up beyond the goal line. And so Red River will have an opportunity. Actually, Central, rather, will get the opportunity. Ball coming back to them. Free kick coming from Madison McLaughlin. So Madison McLaughlin set to send it out, with the Knights down by a 3-2 margin to Grand Forks Red River. It's the Knights' home game tonight, so Red River is technically at Central. Clara Flores comes back into the matchup for Central. Ball comes from McLaughlin to the far side of the field. And the ball picked up by Reese Rems, and she's just had a great night tonight for Grand Forks Red River. Ball loose. J.C. Reardon will take control for Central, coming back towards the far boundary. Reardon sending it back up to Emily Common along the far side. Common getting bracketed. Ball ends up beyond the boundary. We'll see what the call is going to be. This is going back to the Knights for a throw-in. Knights have to hurry. Just under 4 minutes to go here. Must have had another stoppage out there that I was unaware of, so we'll stop up that clock again. We're at 3:45 officially to play in the matchup. Reagan Taylor trying to send this out of Red River's end. J.C. Reardon had it, lost it. This will come back towards the near end. Ava Ray coming up the field here for Grand Forks Red River on the near side. Ray trying to leave it back for Hartsey. Goes loose. Riders step in defensively. There again is Reagan Hodney. She's had a very nice night tonight as well for Grand Forks Red River. Ball played back out to Ava Ray. Ray coming to a stop against pressure from Claire Heineck. Ball ends up on the far side of the field. Central trying to streak up for one more opportunity to attack. Common leaving it up the field looking for Flores on the far boundary. Reagan Taylor's back to stop her. Emily Common gets knocked down. Taylor steps away. Plays this one through traffic. It comes back to Kramer out in the middle of the field. And now Red River will come back to the ball, and Ava Ray will take control of it towards the far boundary. She went looking for, I believe, Bergeron. The ball will go loose, and Bergeron will come back to it right along center field. Bergeron a stop. Boots this back towards central side of the field. May Dickelman cutting one off defensively. Back to the near side. Rowan Olmstead trying to make a play against some pressure again from Reagan Hodney. Hodney turns it back to the right side. Morgan Hartsey goes looking towards the middle of the field for Red River. It's come back to Addison Cutterbutt out in the middle of the field for Red River. Back to Hartsey. Hartsey a stop. Playing middle. Ava Ray a stop. A cut back to her right. And then sends it back to a midfielder, Maddie DeLong, just kind of controlling it. Back to Reese Rems. Rems a stop. A look to the near side. Hartsey trying to make a bit of a kick to set up a little rush on the right. No one there but Knights. Ball will go beyond the goal line, and Central is going to have an opportunity for the free kick, and I believe a timeout has been taken by Grand Forks Central, if I'm not mistaken. I have 2 timeouts left. I'm not sure how that situation works, but they have stopped the clock momentarily for a ball that got away. So not a timeout, but they did stop the clock momentarily to set up the free kick for Central out of their own end. Ball on the right side with Addison Cutterba. Cutterba will turn it back towards the middle of the field. Maddie DeLong surveying her options for Red River. Riders leading 3-2, looking to try to finish this one off. Took a 3-1 lead. Central got a big goal from Addison Lamb from a long range. Ball sent up the field. Hartsey trying to run through it. Great crossing pass. It's cut off defensively by the Knights. Here's a chance by Cutterba, and she mishit it. It will end up off of a Knight and go beyond the goal line. Clock down to 1 minute and 20 seconds left. A corner kick coming up here for Red River near the finish of this one. So the Riders will have a corner. They're going to bring Geffrey into the play to come out of the left corner with a corner kick for Grand Forks Red River. So Geffrey will send it out of the corner, and the Riders will set up. They've got Bergeron right up at the goal line near the net. They're looking for her, but she's cut off by Haley Anderson-Tibiatowski, who steps over in front. Game down to less than a minute to play now in regulation, and the Knights down a goal have got to hurry. Ball back out in the middle of the field. Cutterbud there, Hartsey there. And now Kramer stepping into one for Central, sending it back up. Hodney off the head. They go looking for Rowan Olmstead. Olmstead, a good piece of ball handling. She gets free. Olmstead off the right, makes a crosser. Comes back out to the middle. She's looking for Flores. It goes loose. Heineck with a chance, dribbles one in, and right there, Eden Parkinson to step in and make the stop on what was a great setup for Grand Forks Central near the horn. 15 seconds left. Kramer looking to take control of it for Central. This is played back by Red River to center. Booted up in the air. And Red River is going to run it out. Riders will get the win by a final score of 3-2 on our All-True scoreboard tonight. And Grand Forks Red River will take home 3 points in the Eastern Dakota Conference standings in what was a really, really nice matchup for these two teams tonight. Good soccer played by both of these teams. Some big-time plays for both of them tonight. But with the win, Grand Forks Central will pick up 3 points in the conference standings. They will move to 10 points with a 3-1-1 record inside the league. Central will drop to 1-1-2, rather 1-2-1 inside the league, and will remain at 4 points after the night comes to a conclusion tonight. Our post-game report is on the way, and our post-game report brought to you by Spray Advantage and by Lake Region State College, and we'll have that post-game for you coming up in just a couple of moments, so do stay with us. This is our coverage of high school soccer on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College with faculty and staff here to help you succeed. We know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
S&T Quick Stop in Thompson is the stop you need at the end of your day. From the groceries you may have left behind to the products you need to keep running, S&T Quick Stop is your best stop. Find us on the west edge of Thompson.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Man of Steel.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Welcome you to our post-game report tonight here from Cushman Field, where the lights are on to finish things up tonight. Great soccer between Grand Forks Red River, Grand Forks Central tonight, with the Roughriders winning it by a final score of 3-2 over Central, and the Roughriders pick up 3 big points in the Eastern Dakota Conference standings tonight, and with that win, they'll move to 10 points in the conference standings and just 2 behind the front-running Fargo-Shanley Deacons with this matchup under their belts here this evening. We welcome you to our post-game report brought to you tonight by Spray Advantage and Lake Region State College. Spray Advantage, make them a part of your game plan for every agricultural year. The difference between Spray Advantage and their competitors is that Spray Advantage has what you're looking for in stock. Tips, tanks, nozzles, pumps, grain carts, and seed tenders. 2 locations to serve you in Grand Forks and St. Thomas. Spray Advantage, make them a part of that agricultural game plan now and for years to come. And our post-game report also brought to you tonight by Lake Region State College. At Lake Region State College, we change lives, whether it's law enforcement, precision agriculture, or nursing. Those are the careers that you can launch yourself into at Lake Region State College. Get done in 4. And, go take those credits with you and move on to a 4-year institution and go for that 4-year degree, or get done in 2 and start earning. You can always have your options available to you at Lake Region State College. Find them online at lrsc.edu. That's lrsc.edu. As we get things started in our post-game report tonight, let's go through our scoring plays this evening. And our scoring plays are brought to you tonight by Proseed. Need seed? Think Proseed. Proseed.net. Penalty kick got it started for Reese Rems in the 10th minute. Look at that, just a slow, steady approach to the penalty kick. Red River going ahead 1-0 in the 10th minute. Then it was Terrence Swanson on a flurry in front of the net. Swanson there to boot in a rebound. Made it 2-0 Red River in the 22nd minute. In the 37th minute, though, J.C. Reardon in the middle of the pack with the late left-handed kick. 2-1 at halftime with Red River on top. Late in the second half, great individual effort coming from Taylor Hodney. Hodney stroking this one in from about 25 yards out, bar down. Red River 3-1, but Central wasn't done yet. Addison Lamb getting free on the far side, and Lamb sending one in from distance into the corner. And Lamb made it a 3-2 matchup at that point. That's how the scoring would end, and those are our scoring highlights tonight, brought to you by Proseed. Need seed? Think Proseed. Proseed.net. Again, our scoring summary. Penalty kick for Reese Rems came in the 10th minute to make it 1-0 Red River. Terrence Swanson in the 22nd minute made it a 2-0 matchup in favor of the Riders. But J.C. Reardon getting a goal back in the 37th minute cut the lead to 1, 2-run Red River at the break. In the 68th minute, it was Taylor Hodney coming up with the big play. Taylor Hodney on that great individual effort tonight in the 68th minute. And Addison Lamb cut it back to a 1-goal lead for Central, scoring from distance in the 74th minute. Got to see a couple of nice long-range goals tonight for Central and Red River. 1 for Red River, 1 for Central down the stretch. But the Riders end up edging this one tonight. Final score, Red River 3 and Grand Forks Central 2. Post-game report continues. We'll come back with our player awards and wrap things up in just a couple of moments as we continue with our post-game report tonight, brought to you by Spray Advantage and Lake Region State College. Riders win it 3-2 on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop in to Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Hi, this is Jen from Absolute Refrigeration, your local commercial refrigeration experts. Our team provides excellent and dependable service to keep your business up and running all year long. Call us at 787-1200. Absolute Refrigeration. We're here when staying cool absolutely matters.
ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience.
Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
See the full line of Kubota at Acme Equipment Grand Forks.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Tufte Marine in Northwood is your Lund Boat headquarters. Looking to buy, sell, or trade? Tufte Marine will get you into the Lund boat you've always wanted. And they have the parts and accessories you need as well. To check out their inventory, go to tuftemarine.com. Tufte Marine, your Lund dealer in Northwood, always willing to make a deal.
Welcome back to our post-game report tonight. High school soccer on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Our final score this evening on the Ultra scoreboard: Red River 3, Central 2. The win gives Red River 10 points in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Still stay in second place, 2 behind the unbeaten Fargo Shanley Deacons going into tonight's play. Fargo Shanley was involved against Fargo Davies, another team that was unbeaten in the league tonight. So the Riders will end up gaining ground or somebody in that situation and either overtake Fargo Davies, tie Fargo Davies, and stay within 3 points of Shanley, or we'll see what happens. It could be kind of a fun night to watch the scoreboard between Davies and Shanley tonight. And with the loss, Central will stay at 4 points. Boy, you take a look out to our southeast right now, folks. Big old harvest moon out there coming up, even though it's not harvest, but got a huge full moon tonight. Man, that is a lot of fun to see come up here at Cushman Field. You get away from this during the football season, and then you have a chance to come back here during the spring and see it happen again, and it's really, really cool. Post-game report brought to you by Spring Advantage. Everything you need for spraying and application on your farm. Make Spring Advantage part of your agricultural game plan at Lake Region State College. At Lake Region State College, we change lives. Precision agriculture, law enforcement, nursing. Jumpstart your career with a degree from Lake Region State College. Stop and see them at lrsc.edu. Our post-game awards, let's start with our Player of the Game award that we have for you this evening, and we're going to get that out to Reese Rems of Grand Forks Red River. Our post-game report tonight is brought to you here on KNOX by our friends at PS Garage Doors, where the PS stands for personal service and also perfect service. They'll come to you and make sure that your garage door is working to your specifications, and they want to make sure that it is to your specifications before they finish the job at PS Garage Doors. Call 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR for PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks and Devils Lake. Reese Rems factors into the scoring a couple of times tonight. We take you back to her penalty kick in the 10th minute. For Reese Rems, they're a nice slow and steady approach, and then that was the first goal of the game. And then the second game, here's Rems again with a crossing pass that ends up sending up Taryn Swanson, and those are a couple of big goals tonight for Grand Forks Red River. So Reese Rems, those two plays, she'll pick up our Player of the Game award brought to you by PS Garage Doors. Call 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR. And our Finest Auto Trim Finest cover of the game is brought to you by Finest Auto Trim, where, again, their motto is big or small, they cover it all. Finest Auto Trim specializes in the recovery of vehicle and marine seats. So if it's time for you to get those boat seats done before you take it on that first big trip out there somewhere, if you haven't had that big trip already, right? There's been ice out in a lot of lakes, so you might have been out already, but you might have noticed some deficiencies. Get that boat into Finest Auto Trim so they can get those seats recovered and make them look the way that you want them to look and feel again, to give you the support that you're looking for. Those of you in agriculture, you might have already done some field work and you're beginning to realize that, well, it's just not as comfortable as it should be when it comes down to you being in those implements for all those hours. Finest Auto Trim can make sure that those implements are comfortable for you again. Bring those in and get those seats redone. That's the Finest Auto Trim finest cover of the game tonight. And our Finest Auto Trim finest cover of the game, we're going to give that to Central goalkeeper Haley Anderson Tibiatowski. She made some big saves tonight, including this one down the stretch when she had to keep her team in it. She's got pressure coming in from Hodney. That's Taylor Hodney who scored that goal earlier. And watch Anderson Tibiatowski go right into the legs of the opposing player coming in on her. That's a big defensive play. Haley Anderson Tibiatowski will pick up the finest Donald Trim, finest cover of the game. Tomorrow, afternoon baseball for Grand Forks Red River and Grand Forks Central. Knights Roughriders. They'll do it up with a 4:15 pregame report, maybe around 4 o'clock, and a 4:30 first pitch tomorrow. That'll take place again over at Diamond 4 in Montgomery Field. Central Red River in the league coming up tomorrow, so stay with us for that. Coming up tomorrow on KNOX Radio and also on KNOX Live Sports. And that's going to do it for us here tonight from Cushman Field. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Your final is Red River 3, Central 2 in high school soccer tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. We'll talk to you again soon.